Christian,
Yes.
where are we going?
We're going to ICSC in Las Vegas.
Christian,
Yes.
with ICSC, do you know what to expect? Like, is there something specifically you're looking forward to?
But I know what to expect, that there's going to be a lot of speakers there that have a lot of information. It's going to be very enriching.
Day one. Just getting all set up this morning. Got a good workout in, Christian and I did. So we are, and I actually went for a run down the strip. That was interesting to see all the different brands and pieces of commercial real estate in different shapes and sizes. We are going to take a taxi down to the Las Vegas Convention Center, see what today is all about, have just a few meetings, 11:30 meeting, 5:30, and there's a lot of different workshops this afternoon, so we're going to check those out. Just get familiar with the facility, get familiar with the people, the layout, get familiar with this community.
Where are you going? Going so fast tonight. Have you ever stopped beside the road to smell the rose of life? Take a breath now. Don't hold it in too long.
We got here early, got our badges. ICSC RECon, my first time, Christian's first time, the RGI team, the 3 others here for their second time. I'm excited. I took over the booth because no one's here. We're early, it's Sunday morning. We're getting familiar with the layout. Never been here before, so I think it was good to get here early so we could see the different areas within the conference center, how to navigate throughout the entire weekend, and we are extremely excited to see all the things we're going to learn with the different individuals that are here. One thing I just learned as well, there is continuing education, so I'll be able to catch up on some of that as a real estate agent for Minnesota. Let's go check out this great conference and meet it.
'Cause you'll find you're missing out. A last short little song. She said,
We're going to go to leasing strategies for difficult spaces. One of the reasons is because it has an asterisk on it, so I get the continuing ed from Minnesota. So I'm excited. This is the whole schedule of all the different professional development classes that they have. Let's go check it out.
If you're gonna deal with difficult spaces to lease, you gotta make sure you understand what you're dealing with in this industry. So I like to go all the way back to the beginning.
The first workshop that we attended was a gentleman that helps with mall planners and developers and really talks about retail and e-commerce. What were some of the takeaways you had, Christian, from that first workshop?
E-commerce is being blamed for the death, or not the death, but the dying of malls. And it's this 30-year trend that we're seeing of department stores starting to diminish.
But e-commerce is not necessarily the demise of retail, is what I learned. It's just being shown as that in the news, because if you look up certain sectors of retail, sales are actually up. And so like specialty centers, for example, the right specialty centers that lead to an environment of not just a place to shop, but a place to hang out, can lead to retail sales being up. So the right developers are figuring out how to build buildings that leads to increased sales. I see your tool and I wonder how the connection can be made, because you often think about big cities like this, to even the smaller cities that have a large growth.
Yeah, no, this is a great point. So this is exactly what our focus is, and actually our goal is to address this exact problem that you outlined, which is smaller communities have a lot of growth, ready for investment, everything's lined up. They are pro-growth city council, pro-growth community. There's no basically issues other than attracting investors. And in this case, seems like there are like bigger investors that, and the city's kind of wants to look outside its focus or like reach locally.
Let's give them a big round of applause.
The youngest of 5 girls, she began playing tennis at the age of 4 and turned pro when she was just 14. She formed the Serena Williams Fund and has opened 2 schools in Africa.
Day 1 is complete. I think next year as I come, I'll look closer at the workshops on the first day because I feel like there's a lot of value that can be gathered out of those workshops. What do you think?
Very much so, yes.
And so checking the schedule prior and then just figuring out what workshops you want to go to. I think the other unique thing is there's some real opportunity to network in the first day with individuals that haven't set up meetings yet, if you can find them prior, just because they're just getting in, they aren't tired yet, they're energized going into the conference. So we had that great conversation with Op Sites, and that was an example of he just showed up and he apologized because he said he wasn't dressed the way he's going to be for the rest of the conference, which doesn't make a difference to us, but overall it was a good first day. We're gonna go try to attend some networking events, and we can have parties after the first night. Different companies host different parties at different places. We're gonna go check them out, see what we can find. Day 2 of ICSC RECon. This is our first time inside the conference area, the leasing mall. It didn't open until day 2, so we're just taking a sneak peek, walking through. All the action starts here. Walking around, just checking out the Subway new booth. Has the new design and touchscreen feel, so you can kind of get a look at what the entire new store is going to look like. Very interesting. Interesting to see their new brand and how it's represented at this show. One thing that it's helping me do is understand that the meetings you can get set up are with some of the biggest brands in the entire world. Inside the Marketplace Mall, it's a bunch of different vendors that work with commercial real estate agents. So this is where you can basically learn about the newest technologies that are affecting the industry inside the Marketplace Mall.
I don't know. I just had magic was pouring out of my head for about 10 years. And I go back and I think I could not do that again. I could not be that person, even though I have the same principles of designing things. You know, always want to look for the best, shortest solution is the main one.
This is Embracing Awkward. Look at this. Embracing Awkward. I'm with Eddie Gonzalez from SVN. We're Snapchat friends. Eddie, is this your second year at? Second year. ICS RECon. What would you say is some tips for people that are in the industry coming to this for the first time?
Most important tip, wear comfortable shoes. Yesterday we walked 6.5 miles. At this point right now, I'm at 4 miles. Very important. Comfortable shoes.
And then as far as building your network of retailers, relationships, things like that, what would you say is a tip that you would provide to somebody coming in that doesn't necessarily have a lot of relationships?
Absolutely don't be shy. Talk to everyone. If someone's walking past you, smile at them. Introduce yourself. Exchange business cards. You're going to make relationships.
Eddie just shared that he was at a lunch, just having a sandwich, and he started talking to a guy that may lead to an opportunity. That's an example of just saying hi to someone that could lead to business at this show.
Absolutely. Everyone in this room, 37,000 people, we all have a connection, commercial real estate.
Thanks for having me, Bucky.
We are at ICSC RECon. I just pulled Michael in. I said I want to do a quick Q&A with you. I am impressed by your Twitter game. You have been on Twitter in the CRE community for some time from what I've seen. So I'm curious about your Twitter story related to CRE. When did you start actually posting on Twitter?
As far back as 2008. I think that's when Twitter was actually launched.
2008, okay. And were you doing it specific to commercial real estate when you started it?
No, I was just using it as a research tool in grad school, and I found that it was pulling up content faster than mainstream news, or even other research tools like LexisNexis, and I just stuck with it.
All right, just wrapped up day 2 at ICSC RECon. Just wrapped up actually a networking event that one of the brokerage firms put on here in the Wynn. It was a really, really, really good event. Got to meet some CRE tech peeps like Real Massive and the team over there. And we are headed to dinner now with our team from Rochester, Minnesota. It is great to see all the different events that are happening. You can't even keep up with it all. One word I heard today during ICSC Day 2 is this event is overwhelming, and that's because of all the things happening on just multiple days in multiple places. It's an intense event. Some of the takeaways from day number 2 for me is don't be afraid to walk up to people and ask if they can be on your vlog, just because that helps to create content that is going to lead to opportunities. I didn't just walk up to them necessarily. I kind of laid the foundation by messaging them on Instagram and asked if they'd be okay with it, or Twitter. Also, if you get invited to a networking event, try to make the appearance, even if it's for 20 minutes, because you never know what that person that invited you can do as far as introduction, and introduce you to another connection that can lead to another opportunity that can make next year when you come that much better, because you have warm welcomes. Another takeaway is bring multiple phone chargers. Your phone will run out of battery consistently. And if you're going to the Wynn to any of the events, because it seems like there's a lot of different events at some of those major hotels, the taxi line can be long, so look for your Lyft app. That app can lead to a quicker ride.
Even though there's always big players in the market, we can still make a big difference in our own market, and not only in our own market, but nationally as well. I think Bucky's doing a great job of social media things, and I think that's something that we need to work on and figure out how we can better leverage ourselves with doing that. So.
And I knew this, but it just proved itself that if you work this social game, you can set up meetings leading up to it, and those meetings can lead to additional meetings, and those meetings can lead to networking events, and it can lead to you getting on the inside. So Instagram, Twitter, things like that. It works.
We are on our 3rd and final day at ICSC. We leave late tonight. We've been told that Wednesdays tend to be slow at this conference. Majority of the things get done Monday and Tuesday. There are still some sessions today, so we're excited to go attend those. Biggest thing I've learned is just for next year, how to prepare. I now know how to prepare. I think a conference such as this with 35,000 attendees from all over the world, it's extremely, extremely, extremely overwhelming just coming in and trying to navigate. But now that we've been here, seen it, had some meetings thanks to social media and helping us set them up mostly, next year we are going to be ready to go to make sure that we're even more efficient.
You guys identified a source of why we're seeing this really fast revolution in retail right now, because all this entertainment, it seems like it just hit really hard and fast rather than being a process that happens over like 5 or 7 years like what we've seen in the past. Yeah. Is there a speculation, or have you guys identified what may be the culprit for this driver?
I just think that everything is more available out there now, and everything is streamed. So I think like the entertainment media has a lot to do with it, because you're looking at everything online, you're learning them a lot more. Everything, like, look back, 20 years ago, how many TV channels did we have, versus how many you have now. So there's so much more information out there, and there's so much more influence from the media rather than just influence from your social sphere.
It was an awesome event put on by Quantum Listings. I have to run and do a Q&A with one of the tech companies here. Just dropped in and asked him if I could do that. He said no problem, so we'll go check out what his tech is about. But to see a company like that putting on the event, is neat to capture in the last day. I don't know that you would have caught that yesterday or the day before, just because of how busy it was in one of the halls, and they decided to do it today. So I'm glad that I was able to stick around for that event.
Hi, thank you for this talk. I'm Juan. I'm from KitMap. I'm the CEO and co-founder of KitMap, and we develop a technology able to predict sales for future retail locations.
All right, this is Bucky Beeman, and this is the Ask Bucky Beeman Show, and I'm with, we're all Gary Vee fans, and I just walked up on these guys and I saw that they're into tech. So we're gonna learn about their company, their tools, the show, how it went for you guys, and more about social media. Let's start it off. Let's do that around the horn. Who is everybody?
Sounds great. I'm Henry Medine. I'm co-founder and COO of Space Jam Data. I'm a big proponent of anything that has to do with innovation, moving forward. I run the day-to-day operations for Space Jam, and this is my first time at ICSC.
Nice.
I'm Benji Cohen. I'm also the co-founder at Space Jam Data, and I am the CEO of the company. We're a company that is asking millions of shoppers to vote for what stores they want and tell us what they think of their local retail. We've been doing this for about 2.5 years now, and we're happy to be here on the show.
Hey, I'm Orson Adams. I handle data at Space Jam. I'm not normally on the sales side, on the business side, but it's good to come out here and see how people are interacting with technology in commercial real estate, and in particular our product.
And that's a wrap for ICSC RECon 2017. Great event, met a ton of great people, saw so many things, cannot wait for next year. This is an event that I would recommend if you're in the industry or interested. For students, it's $50. You have to come.